Hey guys, how's it going? TechSpecs here, hope you're doing well. A couple weeks ago, I got an Apple TV in my household, after quite a while of not being too sure whether they were actually worth the hype. So in today's video, that's exactly what we're going to be finding out. Is the Apple TV really worth it? Let's begin. So, I opted for the first generation Apple TV 4K, which came out in 2017. And yes, I know that a new one just came out earlier in April, but other than the new remote design and a slightly faster chip inside, there is not really much difference to the Apple TV experience as a whole. And that Apple TV experience is probably the thing that makes the Apple TV so good. As with all Apple devices, it integrates perfectly into the ecosystem. If you're like me and have a house full of other people who use Apple devices, then, as General Grievous would say,
"Your lightsabers will make a fine addition to my collection."
Things like AirPlay allow you to connect your iPhone or iPad to your Apple TV, and you can of course use all of your Apple apps like Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Fitness Plus, iCloud Photos, or of course Apple TV Plus, the streaming service. You can also do things like use your iPhone or iPad as a remote with a handy control center shortcut that's built in, or connect your AirPods or other headphones if you don't want to disturb the rest of the house but still want to watch something on the big screen. You can additionally view your HomeKit security camera feeds right from your Apple TV, and with iOS 15 that was just announced earlier at WWDC, you will even be able to use SharePlay to watch movies in sync with others through FaceTime, which is completely mind-blowing. Probably one of my favorite features of all though is the screen mirroring feature, which allows you to connect a device to your Apple TV via AirPlay and then show everyone in the room whatever is in your screen. I find this feature perfect for things like looking through family photos and videos, but you could also use it for presentations or just generally showing people how to do something without having to all huddle around a phone or a device. Not only that, but a benefit that's probably less mentioned is that if you have a TV like mine that's just starting to show its age, the Apple TV can breathe new life into it. For example, some of the newer streaming services like Disney Plus haven't been available to me to use, since older TVs and cable boxes rarely ever get any software updates to add new apps or services as they come out. With the Apple TV, I now have full access to the App Store, which is completely packed with new, updated versions of apps that also happen to be available on my iPhone, iPad or Mac. You have things like Spotify for music, YouTube for watching tech specs, meditation apps like Calm, or games like Crossy Road, which I must say are incredibly addictive on a large screen. But as with all devices, the Apple TV still has its faults. Of course, the main thing that you have to mention is that not everyone lives inside the Apple ecosystem. For a household such as mine with almost exclusively Apple products, it makes sense as we all can benefit from the extra integration. But for others who have a mix of Androids, Windows computers and third-party services, etc., it could be harder to justify because you won't get the same level of seamlessness as you would with all Apple devices. The second thing to note is that to buy a newer Apple TV, it can get fairly expensive, as the new 4K version that came out in April starts at £169 just for the 32GB of storage variant. And as I said, if you can't benefit from the ecosystem, I don't think you'd want to spend so much on something when you can get a similar experience with a Chromecast, and that costs far less. You could also instead go the same route that I did though, of getting a pre-owned Apple TV at a slight discount. But then there are still other issues to consider, like the older Siri remote, which can be sort of unintuitive to use for some people, even if you do eventually get used to its lack of buttons. So then, is the Apple TV actually worth it? As mentioned, if you use a mixture of devices that you won't be able to fully integrate with an Apple TV, or have a smart TV that already has the newer services pre-built into it, then it is kind of hard to recommend, as in my opinion, if you can't benefit from the ecosystem integration and can already use newer services, the price is a bit too high for an experience that you're ultimately already getting. Otherwise, if you're already in the Apple ecosystem like I am, or can't use any of the new services like Disney Plus on your pre-existing TV, then yes, it makes complete sense to get one, and I'd 100% recommend it, as it provides that continuity between everything that you have in your house and generally upgrades your experience of entertainment. But that's it for this video. Do let me know down below in the comments if you have an Apple TV and if you think that it's actually worth it. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button as it would really help the channel out. This is TechSpecs here, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.